It is mandibular, first premolar. What is this?
Mandibular first premolar.
Premolar, okay. How is it different from canine? Okay, if you see this buccally, it looks like your canine, right?
Yeah.
Your maxillary, your mandibular canine looks like canine, and lingual, if you see, there is a bulb. It is not like canine. Okay, because we have something called as an in spite of the foci, we have something called an occlusal table. Okay, occlusal table. Okay, what's the direction of the occlusal table?
I like that.
Lingual.
It is tilted towards the lingual side, right? Like
Lingual
in
side.
this direction. Okay, and we have something called as the lingual cusp tip. Lingual cusp, small lingual cusp. We have buccal cusp, small lingual cusp. So what is the name here? You can call it as bicuspid tooth. Okay, bicuspid. And there is also a slope called as triangular ridge. One triangular ridge. If you can appreciate here, the bigger one, right?
Yeah.
So those are the features which are different from your canine. Okay, got it? In spite of what your canine singular, you have a cusp and you have an occlusal table rather than your foci. Okay. So I'm not showing this, the initial part, what you are supposed to do. So now I have divided the wax block sides into two equal halves on each side and 4 equal halves on the ends. Okay, so if you see that measurements, excuse me, if you see the measurements, okay, it is the cervico-occlusal length of the crown is 8.5 mm. Which one? The cervico-occlusal length is 8.5 mm. Okay, so I take this as a labial, this is lingual. Okay, so why I'm writing in the opposite direction is whenever you are carving the tooth, your carving should be like this. If you are keeping, don't keep it. For maxillary, it should be like this, occlusion facing down. Okay, whereas for the mandibular, the occlusion facing up. Okay, so labial, lingual, mesial and distal. Okay, so if I take 8.5, the measurement I'll take as 9. Okay, in spite of 8. Okay, here 8, here 9. This is what occlusio cervico-occlusal or occlusio-cervical length of the crown. Okay, I've taken. This is the measurement. Okay.
Yes, wait.
Okay.
9.
9 I've taken in spite of 8.5. I can reduce it whenever I want. So, coming to the outline of the premolar buccal outline, buccal aspect, you get 2 outlines. You have a mesial and distal outline. Okay, So if you see the mesial outline, you have a, if you see here, you have a buccal ridge, prominent buccal ridge, okay, just like your canine. And if you see this mesial cuspal ridge, it will be smaller, MCR, than the distal cuspal ridge, okay?
It is left tooth, huh?
Yes, it is left tooth. I am carving the right one. If you want left or right, I am carving the left one only. Okay, so the mesial cuspal ridge and the distal cuspal ridge. If you see that mesial cuspal ridge will be smaller than the distal cuspal ridge. Okay, and you can see this convexity, whatever,
No.
and the concavity. If you see here the contact point, if I divide in 3 halves, it is more occlusally, okay, than the distal one. So that's why if your contact points or crest of contour varies, your slopes also varies, okay.
This is the only tooth the mesial side.
Hmm?
This is the only tooth the root in the mesial side. The root. No.
See, it varies. Even the some tooth has the root tilted distally and mesially. Majority we get distally tilted, sometimes mesially. Okay. If you go to the olden textbook, they say that distally tilted.
Yeah.
But if you come to the newer version, it says mesially. Even though sometimes distally tilted, but in diagrams it will be given as mesially tilted. Okay, even though it is distal. So these are the features you have to carve now. So I'll take the label one. Okay, I divide this into, first what I am supposed to take is the mesiodistal diameter of the crown is 7 mm. Okay, in spite of 7 mm, you can take as 8. Okay, here, and mesiodistal diameter of crown at cervix is 5 mm. That is 2.5, 2.5. Here, I can take 4. Okay, if I make an 8, 4 to 4, it is 2.5 to 2.5. Okay, this is the measurement. So 2.5, I will mark the initial one, this one 2.5 here.
Isn't it okay to take 2?
No, don't take less. You can take more, but you can't take less.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take it as 3. Here and here. Okay. So this is the mesiodistal diameter of crown at the cervix. If I come to the mesiodistal diameter of the crown, the bulkiest part, okay, in the middle I take, or the junction if I divide in this part, okay. The mesiodistal diameter of the crown I am taking 4 mm on the either side. This is 4, this is 4. Okay, so these are the measurements which I need. Okay. Yeah, height of contour or crest of contour. So what I do is I just draw a line to remove this excess. There is slight deviation here. Okay, so I'll adjust it. So now what I can do is I'll just remove this thing. I can extend this here, okay, and here, that green color. These things you know, right? How to do. So I'll skip this. So what I can do is first I make a slopes like this. You can see now. Then I can remove this. Okay, this way and this way, so that you get a flattened surface, flattened smooth surface. Okay, see this flattened smooth surface. The same thing here, See here, I have removed the excess now. So whatever the carving I do, I should do within this. Okay. So I am marking the crest of contour here. Okay. If I see this height of contour on the mesial side, it's almost at the junction, and here in the middle. Okay. So similar like your canine. So I'm taking, I'll keep this like this, and this is the mesial side. So if I see this 3 point, I take here the mesial side, and in the distal side I take the junction in the middle of middle third almost. Okay, so this is your mesial. Okay, mesial and distal. So now what I do is I just mark the outline. From here it's like from this point, or else here from this point I'm joining it slightly concave. Okay, here concave, here also slight concave here, and here concave. The more of concaves here. Okay, so this much I have to remove. What I have to do is I have to remove this green part, right? Right. So this I'll do. First you make a slope. I'm leaving a thin line of green. Okay. So just like as if you done a few hours, if you have done in canine, the cusp tip slightly deviates to the mesial side. Okay.
Sounds clear.
Okay. Yeah, that is the proper height. So
That's concave, not convex, huh?
yeah,
Doctor, all the posterior teeth, the cusp in the mesial side.
yeah,
All the posterior teeth, the cusp in the mesial side.
slightly, especially premolars, the mandibular premolars. So this is what you got. Okay, if I show it, okay, you got this side. Okay, sorry, I did it the right one or left one only. It should be mesial. I told mesial. Told distal. Okay. So this side is mesial, this side is distal, and you can see the changes, right? This is what?
It's mandibular, huh?
Yeah, mandibular. I'm keeping it to show the shadow part, the outline, right? For that I can't keep it like this. I can't appreciate it. Okay. So now, if you see this, we have to carve from the mesial aspect. Okay, so if you see here the outline of the labial side, the crest of contour is in the middle of the middle third. Okay, so it convex straight. Okay, so what is here extra from your canine is, okay, you have a cusp here, small cusp.
Lingual cusp.
Okay, smaller lingual cusp. So what is the height of this lingual cusp?
On the junction.
This last benches, please. What you people are doing? Watching. Carving. It should be 2/3 the height of your buccal cusp. So what I do is first I mark the outline. In spite of like this, what I'll do is now I'll mark the outline like this. Okay. Then this also here in the center of the lingual cusp, crest of contour, I just mark it like this, and in spite of doing all this, first I'll make the slopes like this. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do from either mesial or distal side, that is either mesial or distal side. So this is what I'm going to carve. Okay, so this one we will do. So suppose if it is mesial, distal side we see, I just start the midline. Okay, if you see here, if I say this is the cusp tip, if I draw a line, this is either in the center of the root tip or else it is slightly labially. Okay, so to your midline it should come either center or slightly labial. Okay, preferably center. So what happens if it is in the center? The bulk should be on the lingual side. The more bulk will be on the lingual side, just like this. The more bulk here, okay, and lesser bulk here. Got it? What I do is, I'm not taking the measurement, I just okay. If I divide this into 3 parts, okay, this is a better one part. Okay. If I divide this into 3 parts, labially you have the crest of contour in the middle of middle third. Okay, middle of middle third here, and lingually I have to take the height till here. Okay, that is, yeah, on the distal side. So what I do is I just move it to the center. This is the labial side I am doing. So if I take the here, the crest of contour, sorry, the labiolingual diameter of the cervix. Okay, this is what I am taking here. Labiolingual diameter of crown at the cervix is this one. So exactly this one I have taken. Okay, so now from here to the crest of contour, I draw convexity here labially. Okay, and till the cusp tip I have gone to the center. Okay, lingually what I do from the crest of this cervical point, I'll go convex to this point, because here the cuspal height is this much. If I show you, this is the height, so I have taken the height from here to here. Okay, and the crest of contour is in the middle, so I have taken the contour here. Okay, I just make it like a convex. Okay, and I just make this one straighter. Okay, straighter, I have made this one straighter here, so I have done this one. Okay, so I have done this one, right? Any doubt? No.
We are going to make the left or the right? We change to the left.
Left.
Left, huh?
Yeah, same thing. here. So what I do is I keep removing this one from the lingual side. I'll make, and first thing what I'll do is I'll remove this part. I'll make this like this. Okay, this part I've done. So this part I've done, and I will be doing
Focus.
okay, and doing this lingual side. Okay. So this part and this one. So I'm doing the labial one. What I do is I'm not touching the line. Okay. And this is the crest of contour. Below that crest of contour I have to remove excess. So just like what you did in your canine, you mark a line, okay, and you start making slightly the slope slightly, okay. I will tell you first. You get a ridge, slight ridge, okay, this ridge, okay, this ridge. Here is a ridge here, okay. So what is the shape here? If you see from the labial side, it looks like a trapezoidal, okay, trapezoidal, okay. And if you see from the lingual this side, it looks like a rhomboidal, like rhomboidal, you know, rhombus,
Yes, this.
four-sided. Okay, I'll write it. Here if you see, it looks like an trapezoidal. Okay, whereas if you see from this side, it looks like a rhomboidal. Okay, and if you see here, it looks like a diamond. So what is the shape of the occlusal shape? And the first premolar, it's diamond shape. Okay. So we have done with this labial. So next one is what you do is you take this one. What to do? Okay. So make the slope down, okay. This is the ridge. Continue with this.
This is the occlusion.
Yeah, occlusion I'm doing. There also you should get a slope like this. See here? You should get a slope extending from here till the lingual. Okay. So have a look at it. You also see that the slope thing which is sloping down.